For each of the study guides, I need everybody looking this way. Once you start working on the word problems and the workbook, then you can start working together. For now, just look forward. Everything that we've been doing, I've been making videos of. So if you've missed a day, just take a look at the videos that are online on School Fusion. At the top of the paper, what does it say? Does it just say study guide to read? I want you to add one more thing. At the top, write down substitution. Please write down substitution. What's a synonym for substitution? What's another word for substitution?
Replace.
Replace. Good. Even if I didn't tell you that this was substitution, you should be able to know it's going to be substitution because of this. Do we already have a variable all by itself?
Yes.
It's all by itself. If you have that situation, it's probably best just to take the other side and substitute. Put an arrow from there to right there. If that is equal to y, then I can put it or replace it. Put it in that spot where the y is. Next line will look like this. I need everybody looking up front and copying down what I'm doing. Tyler said that we were looking at replacement, and that's exactly what we did. We took this big chunk and replaced the y with it. What does this mean? This means usually that you're going to have to do some sort of distribution. We're not going to move on from any problems until we're sure that everybody knows what they're doing. This week and next week is all review. Something that's not going to be on the test. If you're not sure why I'm writing down what I'm writing down, stop me, we'll go over it. In the first equation, how many variables were there? Two. Now what do we have? It still is two polynomials, but it's one x. What's 7x minus 4x? 3x. The whole point is to get a nicer, simpler equation that we can figure out what x is. If you do all of that, still repeating the conversation. If you did all of that, you get half credit. Because what's still missing?
You have to find the y.
You have to find the y. If you find one of the variables, you have to go back and find the other one. But we've got a nice equation that's going to help us find the y. If you already have y equal to negative x plus 2, just take this, put it in that spot. What's in front of that x?
Oh, y. I mean, a negative.
Put a 1 there. This is what my other class is getting wrong. They've already taken a quiz on this. They're forgetting that there's already a negative there. So this is really -1. And what did we just find out that x was?
Like -3.
-3. You could see your answer written that way, or it might be combined into an ordered pair. You take the -3, put it there. You take the 5, put it there. Means the same thing. Some tests will show it separately, some tests will show it this way. What does this look like on a graph? Always have a picture in your head. If you were to graph 2 lines, you got 2 options. They could be parallel or they could cross each other. If they cross each other, they have to cross at a point. That would be the point. What if you get an answer that doesn't make any sense? If you get an answer that doesn't make any sense, that means that you have parallel lines. It means that there is no intersection. This is substitution because we took this and we substituted it in for y. The best time to do this is when you have something already alone. We already had the y by itself, so this was the best way to do it. Look at problem number 2 or number 10. If you're missing something, there's a video that's online. You can rewatch it at your own speed. Everybody will have time to talk when they're working on the workbook later on. Do we have a variable that's alone?
Yes, the y. Wait, you said variable. Oh.
Since the variable's alone, we're going to do substitution. We're going to put that 2x in the place of the y. What do you do when you have x's on both sides?
Minus the variable. All 3 sides.
Well, what happens when everything goes away? You end up with 0 and -4. Is it possible for 0 to be equal to -4?
No.
Put a slash there. If you get nonsense, if you get something that doesn't make sense,
Doesn't mean.
no solution. If things don't work out, if everything vanishes, and you're left with a false statement, that means that there's no solution. Someplace underneath there, show this. If you were to graph this on a calculator, you'd see 2 parallel lines. They don't cross each other. If you were to graph the other 2 that we did, in the other problem, they cross each other, and they cross each other at the point that you found. What was the point we found in the first one? -3, 5. Everything is connected. Always have a picture in your mind what's going on. You get no solution, they must be parallel. They don't touch each other.
That's